right, we are prepping for next gen this week on TNC Live. Do you? How do? Beautiful lords and ladies of the nerdom. This is TNC Live, episode 72. Manny Roman with me as always. The man with golden locks, Brandon.
Hey, I am very torn for this episode. Talking about something that I know Adam and I have been I'm just worried about. And we'll definitely get into it a lot today with next gen gaming. But we also have Adam here, of course, as usual.
Hey!
Your local Pokemon master.
Did I go to Walgreens and buy a bunch of Pokemon cards because they're currently 40% off right now? Yes.
How many Walgreens did you go to today?
Only 2.
Really? Wow.
I should have gone to more. But, I already spent enough.
Manny, I walked into a Walgreens today and I go over to the cars to see if there's any there, and I message Adam, which one are you at right now? And it says, one in Carpentersville. Well, you're not in this one in Carpentersville, but you've been here, because I could just see the shelf was clear of all Pokemon cards. Then I go up to the cashier with the one pack of Magic cards that was left at that store. And it's like, oh, you're buying cards. This one guy just came in super excited buying a bunch of cards. And I'm like, yeah, that's my friend Adam.
I love that she said something. She was nice. She was a nice lady.
Yeah, she was cool, but it definitely made me chuckle just knowing that you were already at that store just by seeing the shelf. Looking at the shelf and seeing that every little Pokemon stamp except for the Rebel Clash were all gone.
Yeah, you thought I was going to buy Rebel Clash, huh? If they were $1, sure.
Yeah, that definitely made me laugh seeing that.
Yeah, that's good.
We'll kick things off as always. What you boys been up to?
I'll go ahead and start for myself just because it hasn't been a whole lot this week.
Many of us have a lot.
Yeah, I played a little bit of TFT this week. Hated life, honestly. TFT really just sucks. It's a terrible created season, and I'm excited for next season. I played a lot of Tarkov. Honestly, Escape from Tarkov a pretty good amount early in the week, and then signed up for an access of a game. I think it's okay for us to mention that we got access. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was instant access for whoever signed up.
Okay.
We played it.
Yeah. Played a game called Scavengers. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get in troubles. But that's really all I did this week. Yeah. All right. Adam, how about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of just in the same boat. Didn't play too much, to be honest. Played some League of Legends, mainly Earth. Just cause, I don't know. I still just trying to earn tokens for the event. I don't really need the tokens, but it's just something to play in my downtime. Otherwise, besides that, Escape from Tarkov with the boys. Manny and I had some good runs today, except the factory run. We won't talk about that unless he wants to, but that was tough.
I still need to get that off my chest because that was.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Besides that, Pokemon card hunting. We'll have an opening tonight. And finally, RuneScape. Just a little bit. 2 days ago on the 6th, RuneScape launched their double XP event, going from the 6th to the 16th. It's 48 in-game hours of double XP that you get to use up. So, yeah, I'm using it on woodcutting. I got the woodcutting pet.
Very nice.
2 minutes ago. So that's that. That's that. Otherwise, life's been simple. How about you, Manny?
Well, your boy's out of quarantine, back to work, so I don't have as much time to. I didn't get to spend like 12 hours a day at my computer like I had the past 2 weeks, sadly. But I've actually played a decent amount of ARAMs in League the past week. It's like the only way I can enjoy League, and it's pretty fun for the most part. Unless I have a game where I had one yesterday where I got stuck playing Yi, Master Yi. It was not that fun. I'm gonna be honest. They also had a comp of like Ari, Caitlyn, Draven, I want to say. They had like 2 or 3 ADCs, an Ari, and then like an Amumu. Literally everything to just annoy somebody like a Yi who has to like kind of get in people's faces. Wasn't that fun? Gonna be honest. Outside of that, though, like the games are pretty fun. I played a game of TFT yesterday with Brandon. Apparently, I should just play that Smurf account because that Smurf account has now played 2 placement matches and won them both. And it's bronze 2 already.
You'll love to see it. Smurfs are where it's at, dude. If you want to
Exactly.
have a great time and bully kids.
So outside of that, played. I think it was Sunday or Monday. Monday. It was Monday. Played a good bit of Phasmophobia with Cass and some of his buddies. The game's good time. Good time. We've gotten like really good at it. We don't run into too much trouble in our ghost hunting adventures anymore, but you still get spooked from time to time. You still get spooked for sure. Then a lot of Tarky. A lot of Tarkov. I think every night this week, I got home from work and pretty much played Tarkov all night, except for Friday. Friday, I played 2 games of Valorant, which were like fine. Played decently. But outside of that, been a lot of Tarkov this week. We had one run where it was the 3 of us and I think it was the 3 of us and Brandon G. Yeah. On customs. And we got a very good kill, me and our other buddy named Brandon. And
After Adam and I died. No, I got out, Adam died. That's
you got
right.
out, Adam died.
Yeah.
I tried giving Adam a reward for his efforts in that raid.
Such a
And
cool
he died.
assault rifle.
That was
And
dope.
I got insta popped in
Yeah, you got
factory. I didn't know he
popped.
was gonna bring it to me, to be honest, but yeah.
So yeah, we got a kill on a guy who had killed 3 high-level players. I had 4 dog tags that were all 25 or higher. One of them was over 50, the other one was like 38, and then there's 2 25s. And the dude was kitted like no other. He had a bag that had 3 fully kitted weapons in it, and he had all this stuff. Me and Brandon split it, and yeah, that was literally one of the most satisfying things I've had happen in that game. And then we have this factory run earlier today where I hit a guy 11 times, Brandon. I hit him 11 times with an assault rifle from like 5 feet away. And he didn't die.
Wow.
I died in 1 shot.
The consistency of damage is a little weird in that game, I've noticed.
I did like 500 damage in that round. Granted, some of it went to a headshot I got on a scab that wasn't like moving.
Yeah.
But I did probably like over 400 damage to that dude.
Oof.
And he did not die.
That's
See, here's
painful.
what happened. You shot him in the toes.
Well,
You did some toe shooting.
I was going to say, I was curious,
Nah.
maybe did you do a lot of body armor damage and then maybe some headshot damage that reflected off helmet?
It was 200 in body damage or like
Okay.
armor damage, and then like 250 something in like actual normal body damage.
You must have chipped away at a lot of his body parts then.
Like
That's crazy.
I lit this dude up
Yeah.
from very close range. I have no idea how he survived. It was very disappointing. Outside of that, the runs have been really good. We had 2 scav runs where we just like kept going around and looting stuff and didn't find anybody, so we got a bunch of loot.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my scab runs, they were like, "Hey, you're gonna get a scab with just a pistol."
Ooh.
I told them
That's
that's
rude.
the dream, bro. That's the dream.
That was not
You
the
just
dream.
You run in with just a pistol. You loot some stashes, get some dope gear.
I mean, it was great. I got great gear, but I was like, really, just a pistol? Like, God.
See, it's all a process, bro. I've been having a really good time with that game, though.
Yeah.
I
fair.
didn't realize I checked my stats on it. I'm up to like 40 hours on my account in the past pretty much all from the past like 2 weeks.
Damn.
Worth it though.
The dedication.
Honestly, yeah.
All right.
So, once we wrap up what we've been up to, we always jump into the
Top 5 gaming news stories of the week. Number 1.
So there has been a ton of news dropping about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War in the week before it finally releases. First piece of news here we have, they talked about Warzone. And I mean, we've known for a little while that Warzone is going to be implemented into Cold War, but they've kind of talked about how it's going to be integrated and how it's all going to kind of synergize. So progression is going to be synchronized between all three games, meaning that your Cold War progress will carry over to not only Warzone, but Modern Warfare too, which is kind of crazy to think. Not sure why you would want to play the two games at the same time, but it is a thing now. So they kind of synced how leveling works for all three games to be the same, which I think is pretty cool. Second,
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
if you want, I would say if you want, I can just go through. We've got two other ones, and we can just kind of talk about it all together. So next, they announced the return of the Prestige system, but it's not going to be like the Prestige system you're used to. So what's going to happen is it's kind of a spin on what they did last year with Modern Warfare. So you go through, you have your 55 levels, your normal like levels, and then you go into your season levels through like the season battle pass, whatever. And once you hit level 1, I think you get prestige if I remember correctly. And then at level 50, you get a season prestige, and then you get to unlock a weapon, like a special weapon for that season. And then you get another one at level 100 and another at level 200 of the season. So you're going to get like 4 prestiges each season. And once you hit master prestige, like you just keep leveling in master prestige up to like 1,000 levels, I believe.
Yeah.
Is what I saw in the press release. So I kind of like the change to it because it's making it to where it's going to encourage players to continuously play the game for the year that it's going to be its cycle, versus you get 55, you go through a battle pass, or there just was no prestige system for a couple of years.
Which,
and then the last,
I just go ahead and finish this one. I just keep wanting to mention it, but let's just go ahead and finish out the actual stories, and we'll just kind of dive in everything at once. My bad. Yeah. Just have so much to say.
So finally, the last part, this is just something I wanted to throw in there because I believe we even mentioned it on the show, not as a story, but I think we just kind of mentioned it in a conversation about the game. But a pretty cool story for the COD community. The legend returns. Nadeshot announced on Twitter that his organization, 100 Thieves, will be joining the Call of Duty World League in 2021 as the LA Thieves.
Okay. Now.
You ready?
Now it's time to talk. Since the prestige system isn't kind of a huge, I guess, thing for right now, I do appreciate that they're wanting to address prestige mode in a sense, and they're trying to do something with it. I still miss the original prestige mode because I guess my thing is with it didn't really affect people. You know, you could just hit 55 and never prestige. All you did is take away a system that people enjoyed. That if you didn't enjoy it, just don't do it. And they just kind of got rid of it, and now they're trying to implement something at least, which is nice. I do appreciate that. I just, being someone like Adam, who we used to kind of have our own little race to max prestige, it was always just fun to have that competition. And it just never made sense why they got rid of it. Again, we'll see if this, the addition to a new style of a prestige mode will give us a little extra to the game itself.
It's going to do exactly what they want it to do. Now you guys are going to race to master prestige every season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think
it's smart.
We'll still be able to have our level race. So I don't hate this system at all. I think really what it feels like is it's going to feel like Modern Warfare 3's system a little bit, where after you prestige, you get like a reward token.
Yeah.
And you got to use it on like double XP or double weapon XP or whatever.
Or unlock of a class or...
Yeah, but they're going to have the same thing in a sense where I don't remember at what point you get the rewards, but I know at level 50 in the season you get a weapon blueprint. Okay, cool, whatever. And then the others are like nothing. At least it wasn't listed when I read it. But they did say that you will get reward points and there will be a prestige shop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. So I at least like that because then it actually gives you a reason to play each season to get to like that max level to earn those points to buy whatever you want in the shop. Depending on what's there, I guess. But
Yeah, no,
I actually
can
think
agree.
it's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I think they did. Again, I think it's kind of the theme of the game. You know, they're making changes to systems or bringing back systems and doing it a little bit differently to cater to the longevity of the game. You know, I this system in place that they're doing is gonna like get at least some people to play the game longer, and you know, this is just kind of going with their kind of slow shift in model to kind of have that Rocket League, Fortnite, like game as a service feel to it, where you try to win people over with cosmetics and things like that. And you know, the way you do that is to get people to want to play your game for longer. And the best way to do that is to do something like this. You know, reward people for constantly playing the game. So all in all, it's a good, not just a good business decision. I think it's a good way to at least bring back the system, but also cater to the game's kind of longevity.
Yeah. No, yeah, I am excited to see how it will play out in the game itself. And it'll be a nice addition that we were missing in the past couple Call of Duties. To jump into the first story portion of it that we mentioned with just like
Warzone.
just Warzone. I don't know.
I was waiting for it.
I really like Warzone a lot. It's really well done. I'm sure when the new Call of Duty comes out, I will play it a little bit just to give it another shot.
Where's the ranked?
Yeah, like that's the issue because
It's been a whole year. This is about to be year 2 starting. Where's ranked?
Yeah, how do you not have a ranked system, a progression system, other than just I forgot the term that Call of Duty uses for matches to be more even with players. Just like ranked.
Skill-based matchmaking.
Thank you. Skill-based
matchmaking.
Yeah, more of like a skill-based system. But as dumb as it is, give me a little medal next to my name so I know where I'm at to make myself want to progress. Yeah, sure, it feels good to go play Warzone and go get first, second, third. But it feels a lot better when you're playing a game like that and it tells you, oh, hey, you're in gold. Well, I really want to get to platinum or I want to get to diamond. It's like it makes you want to keep playing.
Yeah.
I guess there are people
out.
out.
It gives you the idea of an achievable goal, something
Yeah.
to reach instead of first. Okay, cool. I hit first once a week. Oh man, that's not a goal. Like first isn't a goal for me. Like at first, sure, first like 10 matches. Yeah, that's a great goal. Then you experience it and you're like, okay, cool.
Or even do something as simple as like just whether you want to do it by like rank points or like just show like their it doesn't even have to be like structured rank, you know, just like, hey, I played really well, I gained like, you know, whatever, like 25 rank points, you know, and you can just do it that way. The better you play, the more rank points you earn. It can be based off kills, it can be based off placements, it can be like, you know, a mixture of the two. You don't even have to have an actual ranked system.
Yeah.
Just just show people's, I guess, skill level in some sense. I can live with just that.
If it was something that, like, I guess you could see like a leaderboard that you can kind of try to climb up and stuff that had a very hard structure to it, because I believe they do have a leaderboard, but I think it's just very basic for what I can remember. But yeah, it just needs something, another layer to the battle royale, because that's what makes me want to keep going back to Apex, because I know the season resets, I can go back, grind, do a level.
Bro, you seen the new character Horizon?
No, I actually haven't seen anything about the new Apex.
She's
I heard there's vehicles, and
cool.
I heard there's vehicles, and next season I deleted and uninstalled everything. So
I haven't seen like from what I watched of
Yeah.
people. I watched Shroud play a little bit. I didn't see anything
Okay.
with vehicles in it.
I played a couple days ago. There's not vehicles in the game yet, but I know Cass brought up apparently vehicles are coming to the next season. Don't know how true it is, of course. We'll look into it. I'm sure let all of you know eventually. But honestly, that's kind of all I have for the Call of Duty. So if you guys have anything else, feel free to go ahead.
How do you feel about the boy Nade Shot coming back, bro?
Never cared for him. Don't give a crap.
Really?
Don't like Nate Shot.
Savage.
Really?
I think Nate Shot's fine.
I don't.
but-
I don't dislike him. I mean, he's fine. He's a. I was always more into the snipers of Call of Duty, like Pomage and Phase Blue.
Yeah, Nate Shot's more of a I'm gonna just stomp the crud out of you.
Yeah, and like my thing was, because I never really got super into the competitive scene of Call of Duty, that just watching him drop 80 kills in a pub lobby, I'm like, okay, I can do that. Like, why is this guy so popular? But of course, it's because of competitive play. I don't know, and he's just not. I never found him really funny, like FaZe Jev, because FaZe Jev, I mean, yeah, he's a sniper, but he does just go pub stomp sometimes, but he's hilarious. I don't know. I just never got into Nate Shot. It's a very unpopular opinion. I feel a lot of people like him, and I get it. Like he is a, very talented at what he does.
Cool.
That's my hot take.
Yeah, it's not a hot take. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you think he's a bad player. You just don't. He doesn't do anything for you. Which, fair.
Yeah.
I can't say I watch his content, but I've watched 100 Thieves from a distance. So I think it's really cool seeing them come back, especially after how the video that he released about why like them not being in Worldly last year and
Yeah.
why they weren't in Worldly last year. I think it's really cool for the community to have a polarizing figure back
Totally fair.
in the World League.
No, yeah, it's definitely good for the community. I will mention that though. But yeah, it sounds like we're ready to move on to the next story.
Number two.
Go ahead.
Our second story. I thought this was I have a question for you guys involving this story because I thought it'd be fun. So EA Sports, after revealing that Ultimate Team sales have gone up over 20% throughout their list of games this past year, this year, has teased that they plan on expanding their list of franchises in the future. So, actually, it's a two-part question. I'll direct this one to you, Brandon, since I know Adam's not the sport savant that you are,
Dude, I
or
love
I are.
sports. Football,
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Have
soccer.
you've been keeping an eye on the games, bro?
Yeah, dude, Nick Foles on the Bears has actually been a real improvement for them. I mean, like Trubisky was fine, but Foles is really killing it. They needed a Super Bowl champion.
My head hurts because only that last sentence made any sense because all the okay. Whew. All right, so we digress.
So yeah, first part of this, Brandon. You think an MVP baseball comeback is on the horizon?
Goodness, I would love that. It would make me start playing baseball games again and probably make me start enjoying baseball a little bit more as a whole. So I guess I was a little confused with the story itself because when I read Ultimate Team, I was thinking Madden's Ultimate Team. Is that...
Yeah, all their Ultimate Teams in general.
Okay. Yeah.
So like Madden, FIFA, NHL, all those games. So their sales and Ultimate Team has been, progressing pretty well this past year. My other part of this was, what sports franchise would you do you think they could be thinking of adding outside of baseball? That's the only major sport they're missing. Oh, basketball? Maybe NBA Live comes back and doesn't suck?
Maybe.
But I don't know, man.
NASCAR.
Hear me out. Big shot in the dark here.
I would be all in on that, bro. Like, you're trolling, but I remember the NASCAR 2004 game on the original GameCube, or not original GameCube, original Xbox was so good. It was basically like SSX Tricky back on the GameCube. Like, you went through all these races, and there was basically a relationship system. Like, if you messed with people, they would come after you in races if you kept trying to bully them and stuff.
That's awesome.
And
Interesting.
you can make allies and all that, dude. It was cool, really cool. If they were to bring back NASCAR like that, dude, I'd be in on it. I'll be
All
real.
right, Manny's all in. You hear
be
that,
real.
EA? NASCAR.
Give me it.
I could just see EA finding some way to get on the hype train of it, but something involving esports. I don't think it'll be like an esports manager type of game, but they'll try to do something that has to do with Ultimate Team. And I mean, it could be a manager game. Like
Bro, don't tease me.
I know. I would be so excited
tease
about that because outside of baseball and then potentially basketball, esports might be the next most popular thing that they could take a shot with. I mean, like there is an audience for NASCAR, of course, and it might be bigger. It probably, I don't know. I guess in the West, it would definitely be bigger for NASCAR, but just overall in the world, they might.
South, my guy. The South.
Well, no, I'm
Oh,
saying.
you're saying it
Yeah.
regionally. Okay.
Yeah, regionally. Sorry.
More of a global scale.
Yes.
Okay.
And, if they want to try to reach out more to the East, then they do an esports manager type of game and be the pivotal company to do it. Because, I mean, there are those little simulators out there. I played a little bit of the esports life tycoon. I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Play a little bit of that this week, but it's definitely a small company making those games. If they could take the next level of the esports manager type games, that could really be huge for EA.
Honestly, I didn't even think of that. I'll be completely honest. I was thinking maybe they do something goofy like tennis. They go, something crazy like that, or they do like an Olympic game because they haven't really done anything like that before.
Okay.
Would have been interesting, but yeah, dude, that would be I would be in on that, honestly.
Because it would work so well. Because let's say if they partner with Riot, just for an example, and you have a League of Legends one, the way Ultimate Team works is you buy packs of cards that have players in them. And you could open up packs of, because I don't know exactly how the esports world works, but I'm pretty sure each team has, each lane and then even like a substitute of each lane, or like a practice team of each lane, and you could be pulling G2 packs. You get 3 players in a pack, and they could do something with it to make it work. Whether it's maybe their stadium, their coach, so many different ways that you can go about that I could really see esports helping them with the Ultimate Team side of it.
I could see them even doing like a little career mode, like the cheesy intros to like the Madden.
Oh my
players.
Goodness, yes.
I'd
be so into that.
You're at your first major like LAN event as like the coach of the team, and you're like trying to get your team prepped for like the finals and all that. I could totally see that happening.
It would be a lot of fun.
Really cool.
It would be. It'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah. EA.
Go partner with Riot.
Get it done.
Honestly, go partner with Riot, CS:GO, or Riot again for Valorant. Just do something like that. It'd be so much fun. But we'll go ahead and move on to our next story then. For, if it wants to work, for number
3.
Number 3. So, for Mass Effect fans everywhere, you may know that yesterday was N7 Day, the borderline holiday where BioWare celebrates all things Mass Effect with gamers everywhere, and typically has some sort of announcement to make as well. This year, fans were treated to 2 pretty big announcements. So, the first being Mass Effect Legendary Edition was announced for current gens with next gen console enhancements, as well as PC, bringing all 3 Mass Effect games from the original trilogy with all the DLC together in one massive collection, set to release next spring.
Guess that's cool because 1 and 2 were good.
You like 3? No? Was it the ending? Because everyone I've ever heard have an opinion on that game says the ending ruined it for him.
It was mostly the ending. I don't know. I just felt like the relationships in the game I didn't bond with anybody as much as I did in 1 and 2.
I could see it. I think they did a better job of synergizing the Dragon Age franchise between games, especially with Inquisition, that kind of brought together the first 2 games really well and brought back some really cool characters from the first 2 games. And from what it seemed like, they didn't really have a lot of continuity of characters between the 3 games. Or am I wrong about that?
No, I think I would agree with that for the most part.
I'll be honest, never played Mass Effect. One of those games that I always wish I would have played. but it was around the third one that I would have started playing, and for what I heard from everyone, I'm glad I didn't. It would be interesting. I mean, this is one of those things that I would, maybe think about doing to at least play the original ones. Oh yeah, he's been chilling there this whole time.
I know, she's so cute.
Oh, sorry, she.
It's okay.
Little
The
Jinx.
orange one's the boy.
Yeah.
There you go. So the second announcement, not a huge announcement, more of a tease than anything, but they also announced that there is a new Mass Effect project in the works with a team of BioWare vets working on the project. So after I think it's very safe to call it a flop that was Mass Effect Andromeda. They're hopefully going back to the drawing boards and, bringing this franchise back to what was, or I guess the formula that made it as successful as it was.
I definitely think if this game doesn't really just blow it out of the water, I think Mass Effect could be done. I think we could see the game kind of just disappear, or it maybe taking 5 to 10 years to have like a full reboot. But I think this is going to be a very dangerous game for them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can't argue that. Andromeda was such a flop that, yeah, they need to have a good comeback.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I think a lot of people were thinking the same thing, that they were kind of moving on from Mass Effect in general.
Honestly,
after
yeah.
you had Andromeda just, it was a meme for a little while, honestly, with how like technically, flawed the game was at launch. And then right after that game came out, they were all for hyping up Anthem, and then Anthem was a huge flop, and now people were like, well, what does BioWare do from here? So hopefully they kind of take the franchise back to what worked, and hopefully we'll get something from them soon. From what I understand, the game, like, it's early development, so we probably won't see anything on it for a little while, but I think if a Mass Effect game done right on what next gen has to offer, I think could be pretty good.
Yeah, because I guess the big thing for me with Mass Effect is the release date started getting spread out so much, and that's why I'm kind of surprised we're hearing anything about it, because I thought the game would have kind of just been done at this point, because the first one came out in 2007, and the second one was 2010, so 3-year gap, and then it was 2012, 2-year gap, and then it took a 5-year gap for Andromeda. And taking such a big gap, you kind of always expect the game to be just great, not flawless. I think, like myself, I can't say Borderlands 3 is a bad game. I think I only played about half of it. I think it was good. I think it was fine. My expectations were way too high, but it's not like it was a garbage game for them waiting 7 years. Same with a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans. A lot of ones I've talked to have said, a little too cinematic, but it's still a fine game. It's not that it's, oh my goodness, this is terrible. But for so many people I talked about with Andromeda, they thought this is one of the worst. I've seen so many people talk about this one of the worst games that they've just played. And it's shocking to see a company take such a long time and develop such a poorly made game. So fingers crossed for Mass Effect.
Yeah,
5?
and I don't think it was that they were spending all of that time working on this game,
Of course.
per se.
Yes.
Because you had Dragon Age Inquisition come out in between those games. I think Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition might have come out. No, I'm sorry, because Mass Effect 3 was 2012.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. 2012.
Okay, so I think Dragon Age 2 came out
2011.
in 2011.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so but you did have Dragon Age Inquisition come out in between those games, and that was a huge game, hugely successful game. It was probably the best game that they've done. Won Game of the Year, all that stuff. So I don't think they spent all of that time just working on Andromeda, because I think
of course
they spent a lot of time with Anthem too.
Yeah, because that was just the building block of Anthem at that point. So which makes a lot of sense. You just kind of hope that after such a long time they would make a at least better game for the community. But again, hey, we'll see with next gen consoles if they can take that the next step and hopefully bring back the Mass Effect franchise for everyone else. All right.
Number 4.
So some disappointing news coming out for PlayStation 5 fans ahead of the console's launch on Thursday. So early reviews from the consoles are out now, and some news has been dropped involving the system. The first bit being that the system's solid-state drive only has around 667 gigs of free space after operating system and updates.
Wow.
That's a big yike.
350 gigs almost taken.
No. It's an 825 gig SSD.
Oh,
which
I thought it was 1 terabyte. Okay.
So I personally thought it was going to be a 1 terabyte, and the 825 was just the number they were showing you, like, hey, this is how much actual free space you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
But turns out it's actually just an 825 gig solid state drive that has 667
Why would
gigs
they not
free.
do a terabyte?
Well, hey, there's good news. You can download Warzone. That's it.
Pretty much.
Game's not that fat, but it is.
So to make matters worse, they also explained that external solid-state drive support will not be supported at launch and will come in a future system update. So not only do you not have a ton of space, you have no way of expanding it.
Yeah.
Big sad.
It's all those people that pre-ordered your PS5. F in the chat. You goofed. This is why PC is master race. Cough Manny.
It's scary. I mean, don't get me wrong. None of this stuff destroys the system.
No, but when you can only have like 3 games on there.
I was just about to say, because I did look it up. The estimate for just Warzone for PS5 is 207 gigs. Again, the estimate. Mm-hmm. So if you're a Warzone player, you can have that in 2, maybe 3 games.
My system might be full by the time I get it. Because I've been doing some soul searching. I think I'm going to get Valhalla.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed games are pretty big usually.
But hear me out. For $15, you can get a Uplay subscription. Play it for $15. Just saying.
You're right. You're right. But also, nah.
Valhalla's only going to be 50 gigabytes. I'm shocked.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not too surprising. Yeah. Here's the thing. A lot of these games actually aren't going to take up an insane amount of data.
Yeah.
For some reason, Activision just doesn't know how to compress its shit.
Yeah.
Maybe. Probably. Yeah. I don't know.
That's honestly crazy.
Like, no other game takes up 140 gigs outside of Red Dead, which was one of the most, like, complex games, like, in terms of the world ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Like, none of these games have taken up that much data. Not even The Last of Us 2. And The Last of Us 2 is all just, like, story stuff with no online component to it. And it still doesn't take up that much data. So, I don't know. All I know is I think I'm getting Valhalla at launch because there's people that have gotten early access to the game and they've all said it's incredible. So I'm like, crap, now I have to get it. I wasn't originally planning on it. And then I'm going to have to get Call of Duty. So there's like half my hard drive, 2 games.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that's fine. I'm only going to have those 2 games for a little bit till Cyberpunk. So NBD, bro.
No. You have Legion.
No, I don't. I have it on disc right now. So
yeah.
My system's going to be digital only. So peace,
Dang.
Watch Dogs.
It's not like you can play it either
You
way.
shouldn't have broke on me, bro. You shouldn't have broke on me.
Yeah.
Really, honestly, that really kind of took the wind out of my sails with that game because I was having fun with it.
No, I can get it.
Can't play the game anymore. So, anyways, last two other things going on with the system. The system will not be supporting 1440p resolution, which, like me personally, that didn't sound like a big deal, but a lot of people, who play on monitors and things like that, play on 1440p resolution. So for people that are content creators that like to run games at 1440p and things like that. Big
F.
big fat, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
You just have to stream in 4K.
Yeah, I don't know. For a system that's supposed to be revolutionizing gaming and catching up with PC, and are you though?
Flopping a little bit.
I think it is unfortunate. I think they probably just put too much stock in supporting 4 and 8K with the system
Yeah.
than worrying about other resolutions, which it is what it is, man. I'm curious though if that is something that they could integrate into a system update, like the expandable storage update that they're
Like a
going to do
cloud
eventually.
unit, right? Like, could.
I don't know. I feel like that's something they could probably work into a system update at some point.
Yeah.
If it's something that like, a lot of people are kind of looking to have with their system, but we'll see. I mean, typically it comes down to feedback from people. So if you want the 1440p, just go kick down Sony's door in Japan and do it.
Maybe don't do that. Maybe take a peaceful route. We're not encouraging any form of violence.
Hey, I just say kick down their door. Afterwards, you have a civil conversation.
Yeah. Just
It's
big
still
old,
kind of violent, I
Wait,
guess.
just big
You
old
could
hug.
politely knock.
But you gotta have
Make an
that.
appointment.
You gotta have that alpha energy, bro. Or they're not gonna take you seriously.
Yeah. All right. You're right. You're right.
All right, everyone, go kick down their door. Just kidding. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our.
Wait, there was one more thing.
Okay, go ahead.
There's 4 pieces to this one. Sorry, it's a long one.
It's
Stories
okay.
are long this week. So the last piece of this, I was a little worried about this because it wasn't really clarified until I talked to my buddy that's a manager at GameStop. So launch day sales for the PS5 for those that do not have a pre-order. So if you're looking to try to scoop the system day one without a pre-order, those will only be available online, both at retailers and on PlayStation's website. So no physical release for the system. They said it's to avoid people lining up outside of stores, avoiding traffic, things like that. So I do respect it. It is unfortunate that people, wanting the system day one, like it might be readily available online, but the fact that you won't have the system day one is unfortunate for people. But
Yeah.
I've advocated on this show, as long as we've done this show, if you want something, pre-order it. And again, the pre-orders were limited, and Walmart kind of screwed up the pre-orders for everyone else. But
Way to go, Walmart.
if you want something, pre-order it.
Yeah,
Facts.
definitely makes
That's all I
sense.
can say.
All right,
That's all I can say.
you ready now?
Yeah.
Number 5.
All right, so our last story of the week, next generation of consoles are coming this week. Xbox comes out in 2 days. PS5 comes out on Thursday. So for our last story of the week, normally we have, fresh off the shelf, and we'll talk about games that came out the past week. But this week, we're looking towards the future, bro. It's symbolic of what next gen's going to do for people. So we're going to be talking about the games that are going to be coming out this coming week for... Most of these are next gen and PC, but next gen consoles. So we'll go through the list, and then we'll kind of see which ones we'll go with dealers' choices on these two. See which ones we want to get. So we have on launch day of the Xbox, so November 10th, we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We have the Falconeer, which I didn't know much about the Falconeer, but it seems kind of cool. You literally play as a falcon, and it's like an air combat game, almost like a Ace Combat, and it's like big open world. There's like tons of missions that you go through and stuff like that. So seems interesting. Then you have the next gen version of 2K, NBA 2K, which I'll touch on that a little bit in a minute, because there is actually a decent amount of new things for the next gen version of the game. And then Yakuza Like a Dragon on PC, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One. The PS5 version of that game comes out, I think it's the 24th of, or no, I'm sorry, I think it's like next year, actually. Let me double check that. But yeah, so that's everything day one on the Xbox. I'll go through the rest of the list, and then we can kind of just discuss all of them.
Yeah.
So then we have November 12th, Valhalla on the PS5. And then you have a good bit of PS5 launch exclusives. You have Astro's Playroom, you have Bug Snacks, which is also on PC, so it's not a strictly PlayStation exclusive. Then you have the Demon Souls remake, Dirt 5, which I left that one. It technically came out on the 6th, but I left it on there for the next gen versions of it. Godfall on PS5 and PC. Then you have Spider-Man Miles Morales. Then the PS5 version of NBA 2K. A game called The Pathless, which we've talked about it in a little bit on the show. It's like an adventure game where you play. I don't remember the name of the character, but essentially you're just like basically speed running through these levels, and it's all like action adventure oriented, and you have like a bow, and you're like speed running through these levels and like using the bow to like take down these enemies while you're speed running through these levels. Hard to explain.
I don't know why, but that game looks so much like the Falconer. You literally have looks like Falconer Hawk.
In terms of yeah,
graphics
art
and
yeah,
the art. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. So it's hard to explain, but it's kind of more of like a traditional like the older style of like adventure games. You go through these levels and then you get to like a boss fight. You know, it's kind of that type of more traditional adventure game.
Yeah.
Then you have Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Best game of the PS5 release.
By the way, no online co-op day one with the game. It's only couch co-op.
Okay.
On launch day. That's apparently going to be an update coming later. And then last but not least, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War on every platform known to man, probably except the Stadia, because why? Toxic. Yeah, so that is our list. Any of these games that you're like, you said what now?
I'll go ahead and let Adam name his list. Sorry, one game that he's excited about.
Okay, well, I'll go besides Call of Duty.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah.
Because like, otherwise it's that. But it's gonna be Valhalla for sure.
Yeah.
Vikings, so cool, and you already got to see like an idea. They like kind of gave you an idea of what cosmetic outfits might look like. And the first one that they previewed was
so
pretty
nice.
Sweet,
yeah.
Right? So I was like, all right, you sold me. So yes, Valhalla for sure.
All right. I'll go ahead and throw mine in there then real quick. Mine might be a little bit more of a list. Of course, Call of Duty will both be getting, all three of us will be getting. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I do have my Uplay subscription. I'll be giving that a shot. Godfall, I'm still debating if I'm going to get that. I think there's a chance I do get it. My girlfriend is getting Spider-Man Miles Morales, so I'm going to just swipe it from her when she's done and give that a shot. I think that's it, though. I want to say that's it for me. Manny.
Cool. So, like I said, I think I am going to cave and get Valhalla.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to seeing the additions to the game, like the whole settlement, like kind of management edition that they have this time around, where you're doing these raids to, build up your Viking village. I absolutely love that idea, so I want to kind of see how that works. And of course, the Viking rap battles, that's the biggest thing. That's going to be pretty hype. I'm considering, I haven't bought a 2K game in like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm considering getting it this year because of the next gen changes that they're, or I guess next gen additions that they're having in the game. They have a whole new my player. So before it was like the neighborhood, and it's just like there's a few parks you can play at, and there's tons of different servers. Well, now it's a whole city,
Okay.
and there's all sorts of different parks you can play in. You can like rent a private court to play with people, and there's all of these new additions that in these giant cities, and then there's 4 factions that you choose in this one of 4 factions you choose in this giant city to represent. So that addition alone is really cool to me, even though I haven't really cared for the my player mode in a while. It's just kind of been too much. Like they take the story like too seriously, and it's overly dramatic and it's not fun. And then the neighborhood thing wasn't really for me, but the city aspect of it sounds really cool. Then you have my biggest thing is like for the GM and franchise mode, they're giving you basically complete control of how like customization of the league. They've added the ability to go anywhere from you can have 12 teams in a league to 36.
Wow.
And you can, if you want to have like a private league with like you and 11 friends, you can just do a 12-team league and do all these things. You can have, fantasy drafts. You can do all that sort of things. And they stay true to the NBA's collective bargaining agreement. So they have all of those rules implemented too. That's what's always impressed me about their GM mode is how true to the actual league they keep it. And seeing it being expanded even more on next gen intrigues me because I love basketball. Miles Morales, I'm going to be completely honest, up until about yesterday morning, I forgot it was coming out launch day, and I'm like, oh, not another game coming out this week that I want.
So you like just watch a YouTuber play it, dude. You don't need to play it. It's okay.
But I loved Spider-Man, and I played all of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Side note, I really enjoyed it.
I watched. Hold on, I gotta.
Nice. He throws a side note and can't even.
No, I can't.
He's not even prepped for his side note.
No, I know I'm not. But hold on.
Your Honor, might I interject, please?
It was Little Hope, that show, that game, Little Hope that you mentioned for the whatever series. I watched a full playthrough of it.
Yeah.
Worst one so far out of that.
Yeah, pretty bad, right? Bad, right?
Man of Medan was still not that great. It was okay, and this somehow was worse than that.
Yeah, it was. The acting was very cringy.
Yeah.
From the little bit I watched Critical Play, very cringy.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. That was my side note. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. So bare minimum, I'm gonna at least watch somebody play the game through, just because these last couple months of the year are so crowded right now, and I think me getting Valhalla basically says like I'm probably not getting Morales at launch, but I want to play it at some point. And the early reviews for that game is it's probably the best console launch game ever made. I think it's apparently up there with Breath of the Wild in terms of quality. It's supposed to be very, very well done. The only gripes I've seen is that the way he plays feels too similar to Peter from the first game.
I was just about to say, that's my biggest problem for any of the combat I've seen. The combat's not going to change. There might be a couple different gadgets. I'd probably say maybe 40% different gadgets in this game. But you're really just buying this strictly to have a new story. It's not going to feel a whole lot different than the last one. So that's my only kind of real issue.
Which is fair. I think for me, the experience of the story is what drew me to the first one.
Yeah.
So I as much as I'm gonna be like, why am I literally just doing the same moves?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll get over it. The story and the characters are supposed to be fantastic and really drive the game. So that's one to definitely look forward to. And then Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, but also it's gonna be a lot better this year, I think, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with the beta.
Same. I really hope that I can stay in the headspace of I love this game, and that something somehow doesn't ruin it for me.
If I can keep playing that game through January, I'll be very surprised and very happy. Because it's been a long time since I've made it to December with the Call of Duty. So we'll definitely hope. Felt great. Beta was a lot of fun, as you guys mentioned. But yeah, think that wraps it up for our 5th story. Manny, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I guess I was just curious. Are you guys actually picking up outside of Call of Duty? Are you picking up any of these games?
I mean, I'm gonna have you play subscription. I'll be playing
Sure.
Valhalla the day it comes out.
I'll be playing Valhalla. I don't know if I'll be playing it the day it comes out, but I'll be playing it at some point.
Oh, you know what? It comes out the same day as Call of Duty, so I might have to scratch that.
On PC?
No, it comes out the 10th.
Comes out the 10th.
Oh, on PC it comes out the 10th?
2 days.
Okay, I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
saw the 12th a little further down. I thought that was PC and PS4. My bad.
The only reason I might not get it right away is because I know if I get it on the 10th, sure, I'm going to play, that day, Wednesday, Thursday.
Mhm.
But then COD comes out Friday, and I know I'm going to put my life into COD, and then I'm going to not necessarily forget about the game, but I'm going to probably put it off for a month at minimum.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come back to it, and I feel like I'm not going to have the same enjoyment, or...
You might just want to restart almost, yeah.
Yeah, and then
Makes
it just kind of
sense.
seems wasteful. And then I feel like if I restarted, then I'd be like, oh, this sucks.
No, yeah. I can
So,
totally understand
I
that.
think I'll wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So that's actually going to do it for us this week, guys. I'm thinking next week is going to be our annual Black Friday talk. Hopefully, more of the sales will be available by then. But I think
Yeah.
even if the sales aren't out there, I would love to do essentially what our wish lists would be as for Black Friday shoppers,
Okay.
or what the best gifts we think will be for the holiday season for people.
All right. Yeah, I'd definitely be down. Go ahead and figure that out.
And if we don't do it on the live show, I think we could even just do it as a podcast episode.
Okay.
Either or.
All right, cool.
Either or. So before we take off, bit of housekeeping. Our next Spreadshirt sale coming on Friday. So it's going to be the 13th through the 17th. I got 5 days of 15% off everything. So be sure to check it out. Rep the brand. Got a lot of stuff on there.
TNC Otter.
A lot of stuff on there. A lot of
Oh, yeah.
options. My dad actually he was going through a bunch of shirts that he had, and he was like, I'm gonna be honest, your guys' quality of shirts are fantastic. I'm like, I know. It's the best around town. Only the best for you guys.
It's the best around town. Love it. Respect it.
So check it out. I'll even just link it for you guys right now because I got that command if you're in the Twitch chat. Bam, merch. For those of you listening to us in podcast form, it's shop.spreadshirt.com/The Nerd Chambers. You can find all our stuff there. But Adam, there's an easier route. There's an easier way to solve all of their problems. Let the people know.
Easiest way to solve your problem is actually don't even associate yourself with us. Then you don't have to worry about it. But because we're
Perfect.
so awesome and you can't help not associate yourself with us, there's another route, I guess. And you can just go to thenerdchambers.com. Easy, clean website title right there. Can't even forget it because it's literally just all us plus .com. Cool. Homepage. We got everything kind of listed nicely out for you. News, where we got all our articles and stuff. We got shows. We got the podcast if you miss it. We have Commander in You, which new episode, has it dropped yet or no?
It dropped today, actually.
It dropped today.
Yeah. That's one thing we gotta.
So
we gotta
definitely
hype
go
up.
check that out. That's exciting. Of course, there's also the TNC Movie Nights goes on there with Brandon and Alex. They just had a new show recently, so that's exciting too. And then there's the shop button. You just click shop, bam, hit that redeem button for that coupon. Go check out as much stuff as you want. And of course, if you want to know a little bit more about us, there's even a Meet the Team section. Go see a cute picture of Brandon. He looks all spiffy.
Hey,
Or
got
go
some
look at
penguins
Adam
behind
in a
me.
really, really cool fur coat.
I mean, I was doing some axe throwing. I was prepping for Valhalla.
There we
I
go.
was a Viking that day.
Bro, you even got the
I
Viking
didn't-
shield in the background, dude. You're
Oh,
just
100%.
teasing
I
us,
mean, I'm
bro.
wearing glasses, which obviously Vikings didn't do, but just ignore it. It was magic.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So, yeah, it's a great website. All our stuff. Check it out.
And then, of course, tonight, if you're listening right now or watching the video a little bit later on the VOD, before tonight, we do have a Pokemon stream going on with Adam opening up some fun stuff he got over the last week. And then I picked up my own Phantom Rage case on Friday. I'm at least going to be... it is a case of booster boxes, of booster packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So it'll be a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I'll be opening tonight. I'm going to at least do 2 booster boxes, 48 packs. We'll see how I'm feeling. We might continue. We might go for 3, 4, 6, 12, 14. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know how long of a stream I want to do tonight. Might be up until work tomorrow. Probably not. But yeah, make sure to check those out. And if you're watching this video later on or listening later on, we will have those up on YouTube most likely on, I want to say, Tuesday and Thursday. So definitely go ahead and give those a look as well. Those will be the highlights of the streams.
So, that is it for us this week, guys. For those of you listening and watching live on twitch.tv/nerdchambers, we appreciate you, and you should drop a follow on the stream. For those of you listening in podcast form, thank you. We always appreciate it. Be sure to follow us on your preferred podcasting platform, and even, maybe write us a review. Let us know how we're doing. We'd love to hear what you guys think. So, one other thing. So through our distribution people at Anchor, there is now a way to support us in podcast form through Anchor. There should be a link if you're listening in podcast form on the Nerd Chambers, like our profile on Spotify or wherever else. It's I think it's just Anchor. Let me find it here. It's like anchor.fm. Do you have it off the top of your head, Brandon?
No, I do not.
I can pull it.
F.
Somebody stall.
He's pulling an Adam.
All right, so let's talk about what to expect from our openings. Brandon already went into a little bit about all the boxes he has. Jeebus. Who knows how long that's going to go. Tonight, it's going to be another variety opening for Pokemon. I can't even tell you exactly everything we're going to be opening, but it's probably going to be like 50 packs, I want to say. Maybe. I went on a shopping spree today. So, for those of you that are into Pokemon card openings, I don't know how long this sale is lasting, but I can guarantee you it's at least going on today. Walgreens, all trading card stuff, 40% off. That's Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, all 40% off. So I would recommend going to your local Walgreens or hitting up a few of them, depending, and see what they got in stock. I bought a lot, that's for sure.
So I do have the link on here now that is going to be anchor.fm/the-nerd-chambers/support.
Yeah,
there you go.
So you can support the stream for as little as 99 cents a month. Any sort of support is always greatly appreciated. I just want to throw that out there because I forgot we started doing that. Yeah, cool. So, for real this time, that's everything we got for you guys. As always, thank you for everybody who stopped by, listened, or watched. Hope y'all have a great week, and we'll see y'all next time.
Thank you for listening to the Nerd Chambers. Come back next week for more news you need to know.